Hi there and welcome to beautiful Kenmare, where I am joining you today with Christina Foley, who is going to inspire us all with her new business, Inish Living. And here we are. It is lightly raining, but we are women of substance.
Absolutely. And welcome to Kenmare, and thank you for coming to my hometown.
Well, I absolutely adore Kenmare, so the pleasure is all mine. Great. So, summarise your business for us. I love the, I'm going to call it your strap line that's on your website.
Yes, well, Inish Living, my strap line is nurturing wellness through exercise, sleep and play.
Okay.
Three strands of wellness, and within those strands I have designed products that nurture all three areas. So I have the beautiful exercise mats, the yoga mats, that are made of bio-based materials. They're resilient, they're made to last, and they're highly functionable. You know, they function really well. They've got a superior grip. So when you're exercising in all different forms of exercise, they're a superior mat.
And that's again bringing your physio background into it as well.
Exactly.
You know what works.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then the Tencel bed linen is a range of bed linen that's derived from eucalyptus wood pulp. It came about during the pandemic when I was trying to research I wanted to buy another set for myself for my home. And I wasn't able to get it due to Brexit and the pandemic. So I decided, okay, I'm going to add this to Inish Living. And I went researching. So that's a really amazing product. It nurtures you. It's designed for restorative sleep, which is excellent for your quality of life. You have better, deeper sleep. You will have a better quality of life during the day.
So that's so true. And I think as well, as we age, we find it sometimes more difficult to sleep as well. And all of us are on that journey to get a better night's sleep, because it's very hard to have, as you said, a good day if you don't have a good night.
And there's multi-factors, you know, it's very multifactorial, your sleep. There's so many factors, but it's just another area to help you enhance your sleep. You know.
So, I mean, the product range you have then is almost holistic. It's covering really everything, isn't it? So it's covering exercising by day, resting by night. Tell me more about the play side.
So I was pregnant in the early phases of the pandemic, and I work in a hospital and in a medical centre where my physiotherapy practice is. So I had time to research. I had the baby, and then I ended up having a second baby earlier this year.
Okay, congratulations. I didn't know about that.
2 babies.
So 2 babies in 2 years.
Yes. Exactly.
Oh my gosh, you're a busy woman with a new business.
And it was great.
People out there, you've no excuse not to go for it and follow your dreams. As this lady can do it with 2 babies, under 2.
I think the relaxing helped as well. Before the pandemic came, we had, you know, it was a bit hard for us to try and become pregnant. And then it was great that we ended up having 2 children. So that was fantastic.
Wow, okay.
Great.
And that actually is a story that many people have told.
Yeah. I went about trying to find a play mat, and I'm sure a lot of other parents will resonate with this. A lot of jigsaws, and they go all over the place, and a lot of products on Amazon. Okay. Very few products that were Irish sourced, okay, based by an Irish brand. And I wanted a big rug style mat with one piece and to blend in with interiors.
Okay.
So I've designed a beautiful, super squidgy, thick mat, and it's beautiful for children, and it nurtures their movement, and it's a very safe space.
Okay, that's beautiful. So this is designed particularly for children to play upon.
Exactly.
Okay, God, that's beautiful. Yeah. And again, I notice, I mean, we're here in the great outdoors, and everything you're committed to is sustainable. I've noticed that all the way through. So sustainability is a huge part of your brand.
Absolutely, and made to last, I think, is a good word as well, because that's where the brand comes in, Inish Living. So Inish, first of all, I love geometrics. I love the design and shape of geometrics, and I have an architect sister, so we've kind of, I've grown up in different architecture. So you understand that whole design aesthetic as well. Exactly, but I was just at home doing this, and then the Inish came about based on an island. So it's almost Skellig as an island, or Ireland as an island, but in particular Skellig, where everything they were on the island, they had to survive, and the materials that they used were made to last.
Okay.
And how they designed their beehive huts as well were designed, in a way that were safe from the environment and from the elements.
So made to last, good for the customer, maybe not so good for you because you don't have to buy more than one.
But that's what we need now. That's what we need.
We do.
Yeah,
we need longevity.
Yes,
exactly. And I think
exactly.
when we're customers and we're consuming, we need now to look at longevity. So
Yeah.
when we buy something, like I always say, live your life like your granny and granddad.
Yes.
And that will make our world today better. Because when we consume for life. So
Yeah.
I have clothes that were bought or were made in the 40s.
So
and I
I'm the
still wear
exact
them.
same.
Yeah,
and
I actually love them.
I'm known for that in Kenmare.
Other
so I always,
people's-
it's moms, it's my aunts,
Yeah.
it's my grandmothers.
Yeah,
So-
isn't that wonderful? And then
they're
you're
made
an
to
original, not a copy.
Yeah.
That's what I always say to people. Look, if I can't convince you any other way to, to dress sustainably or to wear vintage or to wear pre-loved, it does give a certain element of originality to your look.
Exactly.
But I want to go back to Inish Living, okay?
Yes, so essentially then the exercise mats are,
Okay.
they're going to be there for a long time. They're going to last for many, they're made of natural bio-based materials.
Okay.
So there's no plastic, they're biodegradable. If they do go on, they have that circle, which is
Yes,
really important.
they will return to where they
The bed linen is,
from which they came.
the bed linen is made to last. Okay, that will last a lifetime once it's looked after very well.
Brilliant.
And the playmat can be passed on, it can be passed on through generations.
Yeah, it's just like handing down clothes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, great.
What? Well, can you remember the moment, the day, the hour that you said, I'm going to set up my own business. I'm going to take that chance.
Well, I have my own business already. I'm running a chartered physiotherapy practice for many years, and I suppose I grew up with a long line of women self-employed running their own businesses since the late 1800s, in fact. in
Really?
Kenmare. Yes.
Okay. So you've a long line of female entrepreneurs.
Yeah. So, but I love my job. I really love physiotherapy, but I love design.
Okay.
I've always loved design, and I knew for years that I would do something eventually with design. And I think being involved in my mother's cookbook, I learned a lot, number one, about business and about running a business in all different, in so many different areas, in so many facet areas. And it just gave me the confidence. And I think that time during the pandemic, I had more space to be able to reflect. I live in Tusist, a beautiful, beautiful part of, probably the best part of Kerry. Even though most people don't know where it is, but Tusist is just breathtaking. It's stunning. And during the pandemic, it was amazing. So I suppose emotionally I had time to reflect, and the ideas started coming, and it brought together kind of my upbringing from hospitality and design with my medical background, healthcare profession, and that's the ethos of the brand.
Okay.
So
and
it's
inspired as well by nature.
Exactly.
Yeah,
all
it's
the
very
designs are inspired
beautiful.
by nature.
And
Yeah.
I know you shop your brand from your website
Yes.
and from Instagram, and you also mentioned that if you're in Kenmare that you also do a click and collect service.
Exactly. Yeah. So I have the online shop, so you can buy online. There's a shipping option there. So I can also, if you're local, you can also do a click and a pickup. So you can buy and then we can arrange a pickup. And as we're looking over at the Sheen Falls Lodge, I've recently collaborated with the Sheen Falls Lodge, which is really exciting.
Gosh, they're a gorgeous hotel.
It's brilliant. I'm just so happy because I grew up actually just about half a mile away from the Sheen Falls, and I remember it as the Sheen Falls, but when it was a house.
Okay.
So I remember the whole renovation the whole project in 1991 is when it opened. And I actually did a school project on it. So it's a real honour for me now to have
like
my
everything going
collections
circle, isn't
there.
it? Yeah,
It's great.
everything
Yeah.
goes in a
So you can
circle.
buy now in there.
Okay, so you can buy directly from Sheen
Falls as well. Yeah, and they
Okay.
have my products. They have my products for use in the hotel as well.
Okay.
Yeah, which is great.
So we're heading into a new year, and if, like many of us, you're there making a list of, what you're going to do, what you're going to take up, don't give up anything. But it's a really good time to reassess things and to have a look at perhaps fulfilling some dreams. And I have to say, Christina, you have really, you've gone out there, you set up a new business during a pandemic, you've created a beautiful family. And what advice would you give to somebody?
Well, I think having it well thought through is always important. But if you have an idea and you think that it's going to work, then just go for it.
Okay.
you know, go for it and have the confidence to go for it as well. I mean, that's very important. If there's passion behind anything in life, you know, I'm still working as a physiotherapist, and having a passion in your career really gives you great gratification, because you're going to enjoy what you do. And if you have that passion for your ideas, or for a new brand that you want to set up, or a new business, then passion drives success. And the 3 C's that my mother always talks about.
Okay, go for it.
Care, consistency and cleanliness. In the kitchen anyway, that's very important.
Of course it is.
Consistency and care is very important.
Yes, and I love as well passion.
Passion.
I think if you have a passion for something, and if you love doing it, you will make it happen. So if you're sitting out there now and you're thinking, can I do it? The answer is yes, you can. You just, again, you need to think it through. You need to approach it with a level head, a professional head and a business head. But then you really just have to kind of, you know, take a risk and
research, you know, keep researching and keep things fresh.
And believe in yourself and live in that dream.